Hey guys, it's Chronic. There's a person named Greenstar Emily was into a lot of time of betrayal and people stabbing her in the back. She is highly sensitive, I understand that, and I understand that some pedophile named Antonio Balzano got her into so much distress when tried to use tactics on her. His hypocrisy is juicy enough too, but he don't understand pedos like him are better off dead and as sex offenders. Of course the worst for her is near alright, there's so much that she should be in much danger by her own doings. Yup, it's disgusting too, but it was settled down. Let's go on to that right now. There is a time when people are trying to reach out to Emily about a hacked account. One victim of hers came forward to say that she did the impossible and that is showing hentai, but not just any hentai. It's a hentai featuring child porn called Boku no Pico. The victims were 10 and 11 years old and Emily was 17, trying to joke it out while the minors are in horror. She's not even fucking funny. By the way, what made her think that can be a funny-ass joke but in trying to traumatize minors with child porn? Even the fictional ones. If you are a guy who is probably still being hypocritical with your irony, I suggest a gun to the head can do the absolute trick. Moving on to Emily. She must have said the darnest things ever, but it's extremely controversial. Yet she is becoming a pedo apologist because in her own mind of bullshit, she do have a kind in heart, while I think she has ticks in her brain causing her to think in a worst way. She rather have the nerve to forgive those who are pedos. Worst part is she's referring Antonio Balzano and a duo as perverted fools, despite the fact these guys did not expose for grooming and having sexual roleplay to a decoy. It's also clear that Antonio also targeted another minor too while forgiving another pedo named Rainbow Kitty 101. With a duo, he was caught asking another minor for feet pics, and Greenstar Emily rather say they are perverts. Despite. So what about that British crumpets-eating piece of crusty counterfeit named Jimmy Savile? He groomed like over hundreds of people, including minors mostly. But in her own mind, she rather consider him as a pervert. What is awful is that she considers the fact that pedophiles cannot go after little kids, not teenagers, but in context they also go after teens as well, and saying you are 18. Going after kids, you are a pervert regardless. I feel like I wanna bash my head through the wall over complete nonsense I just saw. So apparently Greenstar rather just say she rather forgive pedos than just call them perverts, because she'd rather be a pedo apologist and would say they are just perverts. I do think her sympathy-seeking is too scary too, with bringing suicide and excuse depression for her nonsense. By the way, she do think she'd rather just go on after receiving karma certainly, but maybe it's not going to go well for her because who knows. By the way, there is two people tried to get Emily's information and raid her server, but it failed. For a reason I don't really know. I think it's for her dumbass philosophies or it's something else. In response, one of the guys held responsible are denying the fact. That's sort of puzzling to me the first, but I finally know this is just because of something else. It's kinda stupid that the guy tried to lie and would say he have no involvement, but I guess this is end of him. Well, he didn't know much about the full situation going on at her, so as much of a headache to me. Anyways, back to Greenstar Emily. It's like she is gonna be having herself a worst name there too, and even the time she traumatized minors then would say those stupid bullshit would be a conspiracy to me. After all, she is being hypocritical for years to come. Wondering what else she's gonna say and gaslight now. I'll be awaiting for the brainwashing too. I'm not even scared of the brainwashed. They are just misunderstood or manipulated. Whatever the tactics she's gonna pull ain't gonna be worth buying for if she gonna pull manipulation attempts. Well, that is all from me. Chronic out.